So I want to show you something here. The bud precedes the bloom. The bud is pure 5s, the bloom is 30 points higher, okay? And then every tree is, of course, pure Ys, 25, 5 times 5. But this is a revelation, okay? The bud screams out joy, okay? As you look at these trees here, it's pre-spring / spring. There's buds all over the branches. Buds galore, okay? The bud becomes the bloom, okay? I got so many gems here, okay? This is so tear-jerking. A flower equals joy at the center, flanked in the word fair, which we know is a word for food, which is pure 5s. But I'm here to preach the glory of God over the English language and His joy in everything. So there's thousands of buds on this tree. The bud, okay? Perfectly equals 60 equals word, okay? Find joy. There's one way. It's the 4 letters tude. The Lord said to me, an attitude of gratitude. This was weeks ago. Attitude is double joy. Slice it in half. 50 at the front, tude at the back. Tude is a famous foursome that God loves to scream out joy, okay? So an attitude of gratitude. Attitude is double joy. Gratitude takes it 5 points higher. It's smoking hot, okay? Well, that T-U-do-E, the word duet, okay? By the way, your whole life you are dancing a duet with God. It's pure ecstasy. So, and that's a word from the Lord. Duet, okay? 25, 25 equals 50 equals joy. Now, so take those 4 letters, duet, plug them into the letters, the bud. They're staring you in the face. We're talking about the bud of every plant and flower in the history of the universe. And there's trillions of them, okay? So, the bud, okay, takes the duet plus, okay, a letter B, okay, plus a letter, wait for H, to add your bonus 10, okay, 5, the number of joy, okay, so the bud adds to 60. Now, the bud becomes the bloom. And now you jump up another 30 points. It's so cool, okay? So, in order, this is just like what God ordained with the birds and the bananas and the blonde, okay? The female version of blonde with an E on the end. Actually, it works for male and female. But female gets the extra 5. But, so the bud, okay? So cool. Do it in order. THE followed by a B is 35, and then UD is another 25. But there you go. Okay, so it's the joy. You have to understand the joy of God in every bud, every bloom, and ultimately, remember the word blossom equals joy boom. Okay, and every plant, every tree is just a multiplied sequence of Ys. Okay. Y, if you will, is the very icon of multiplication. It's like one thing becomes 2, and then we know from there that 2 becomes 4, and on it multiplies. So every tree, to the very tips and the tops, is crowned with a Y, which is 25, 5 times 5, the number of joy. And so this is a profound revelation, that we're solving every bud, every bloom in the history of the universe for the glory of joy, which is God. I mean, God, it's all God's joy, okay? And by the way, whenever I say God's joy, that's 95, pure 5s, okay? So, by way of review, and I exhort you, I literally exhort you to get these letters on paper, squeeze the 5s out of it, one word leads you to another, and you will literally travel the universe of God on this joy revelation that will take you to every word there is, and it will shock the pants off you how mathematically perfect it is. So, so the bud, okay? The bud, it's very gorgeous. The bud, 35, ending in 25. The bloom, 35, ending in 25 plus 30, okay? 55, okay? So, or, excuse me, 25 plus 30, yeah, 55, okay? So 35 plus 25 plus 30, 35 plus 55, that's 90. So the bloom is oxygen, which equals 90, and the bud was 30 points less. Yes, the bud was 30 points less, of course, which is 60, which is word, okay? And then God says, it's my bud, it's my bloom, okay? That my parallels thy, done, okay? And there you go. Okay, I had to share that revelation with you. Okay, in real time. This is the first time I have ever understood the perfect math on the letters the bud and the bloom to scream out joy, God's joy. Okay, and there's more buds and blooms than anyone can count except God alone. So it's important that people understand this.